Hello and welcome to Dipped in Sparkle's first video. Today we're going to do a quick how-to dip DIY nails, how to dip your nails at home. Starting with the liquids and just my basic general setup. There's 3 liquids. We have cupcake liners, 3-piece mani kit that comes with every order along with our nail file. Today we're going to be doing mani with Milky White. The very first thing that you're going to want to do is start with prepping your nails. Here I'm pushing back my cuticles and then I'm put some alcohol on to clean them. Once that dries, I like to prep my work area. When you first get your liquids, they're going to be sealed for shipping. You're going to want to gently pop that seal and then put the lid back on all the way. This is for the base and the top coat. You want to do very thin layers. It's always better to have more dips with thinner layers than less dips with thick layers. This first finger I'm dipping directly into the jar at a 45-degree angle. That's the typical way of how to dip. Here I turn my hand over and I'm actually laying my nail on the powder. This is one of my preferred ways to dip, especially with a full jar. Here I dipped at a 45-degree angle again. After each dip, I'm taking a stick, a cuticle pusher that comes in the 3-piece mani kit, and I'm going around my cuticles. I'm making sure that there's no dip or powder, on my cuticles. As you saw there, I poured some powder out into the cupcake liner and then laid my finger onto it. It's another method of dipping. And this last method is called the pour over method that I'm going to do on my thumb right here. I'm actually just pouring the powder onto the nail over the cupcake liner. I like all the different ways of dipping. I use them for different kinds of powders based on experience. So it will test them all and see what you like and what works best for you. Here I took a hard brush available on the site as well, and I brushed off the dried powder from the first dip and I'm going in for a second dip. And then I'm taking that orange stick around the cuticle. You want to get that orange stick in there before it dries. You don't have to rush, but you want to get in there before anything sticks to your cuticles or your skin. Here I'm taking the container and actually tilting it at a 40 and almost pouring it over my nail at a 45-degree angle. This is one of my favorite ways to do it. I feel like I have more control. But you do have to dump out some powder into your cupcake liner in order to have the space. Just brushing off the rest of my nails. I gave those last fingers some extra time to dry. I prefer to let them dry as much as they can, and then I use that firm brush really firmly on my nails. Alright, so this is the second dip that we're going through right now. I'm only going to do 2 dips for this mani. You can do 2, you can do 3, 4. I've done 5, 6, 7 dips before. If they're thin, they don't get too thick. Starting place, I'd recommend starting with 2, but I have had experience that I need 3 in order to keep them on for more than a week. So if you're looking for longevity, I'd recommend 3 dips. You can always do your last dip of clear as well to cover any glitters or to give you that extra durability. Alright, so now I'm checking that they're dry and brushing them off again. And we're going to open up step number 2, which is the activator. This is what hardens the acrylic. So you're going to want to generously put this on each nail after you brush. After it's dry, after you brush. When you put the activator on, it takes 2 minutes. Sometimes it's harder first. You can tap your nails. You'll hear the click that they are fully cured. All right, activating last finger. Once you're done activating, you buff and file. Here I'm showing you my little system. Oh, I made a mess there, didn't I? All right, put that away. Now the activator is dry. I'm gonna take my little file first and go around the sidewalls and the cuticles. Those tend to bulk up first, and I don't like that. And these little files go really nicely directly around the cuticle without hurting your skin. So that helps me get a good line. After that, I'm taking the regular file with the 100 grit side and just filing the surface a little, just to even it out. As I finish buffing and filing here, I would like to say thank you all and welcome to our Dipped in Sparkles YouTube channel. If you could please like, comment, and subscribe, it would really help us get started and get the channel out there. And we'd greatly appreciate it. All right, so I'm finishing up buffing and filing, and then I'm going to take the little orange buffer block, which will file your nails finer than either of those larger files. Alright, so I'm just quickly buffing with this orange buffer block that comes in every 3-piece mani kit with all orders. Quickly buffing, and then we are done with that part. I take the stiff brush. You want to get all of the excess off. And, oh, I'm just checking my edges here, making sure they're straight. The next step, though, is you're going to go back in with step 2 again, actually. This time you want a very light layer. I tried to use the one brush coat for as many fingers as I can before I go back in for more. And then once you're done with this, you need to let this fully dry for 2 minutes. If you put your top coat on too soon after your activator, it will harden the brush because this is what cures the liquids. So you wait your 2 minutes, and then you can rub with alcohol if you'd like. You don't have to. I usually forget. Again, pop that little seal on that brand new top coat, screw the lid all the way back on, and you should be good to go. And then you're going to want to do 2 layers of top coat. The first layer, very light touch. I only am doing 1 to 2 strokes per nail, and I'm barely pushing down. I like to be delicate so you don't get too close to the activator. You wait about 30 seconds. You'll see the nails start to crinkle. The film will make a film-like consistency, and that's when you know you're ready for your second layer of top coat. So I'm going in with that second layer now. I'm taking my time a little bit more and getting all the edges and everything. If you do need a third top coat, if you still see that crinkle, you can always go back in with a third top coat, but 2 is usually plenty. And here we are, all finished up. Any questions, please let us know in the comments below. I hope this is helpful, and I'm excited for everyone to try our new liquids.